who made the light happen. Alright, I haven't made a video in a while. I officially this week passed my 500th video, which is a little insane. Recently had a interesting milestone pass. I joined YouTube on November 1st, 2006. So, been at this for 6 years and 14 days. It's Thursday at 2:39 a.m. and I cannot sleep. My nose is stopped up. I've been out in the cold, and a week that looked like it had nothing going on suddenly had a lot going on. So it sort of sucked the life out of me. Maybe in the best way possible. I don't know yet. As always, time will tell. I am still jobless, but doing the thing that I love, that I never considered work when I did get paid, so that makes me feel a little better. I'm sorry, guys, for the sniffling. I really am. So yeah, Tuesday we had our first meetup for winter guard season, and I'm back to teaching again, and I can't function without it. I really can't. These kids have been so important in my life, and all my kids have been so important. Going all the way back to the beginning, one of my first students is now my best friend, and one of my students that came a little bit later is my roommate, and one of my students is studying to get her PhD, one of my students is a teacher, one of my students is in vet school. They go everywhere, and they do everything, and it's so wonderful to catch up on their lives once they're gone. To know that I did something tiny is great. So we're combining guards this year with a high school guard, a middle schoolers, and my independent guard. Basically to be able to have rehearsal space. So you guys know what it's like once marching band or whenever it starts. It's what I talk about. I believe that it's absolutely true that if you have a purpose, that you'll stay alive longer and you'll fight harder. And this is definitely my purpose. This show, I went in with my guard way up when I started designing, and it didn't stay up. I think I was disillusioned into thinking I kept it up. But the show that we're doing is going to be an absolute challenge in the most beautiful way. Sorry, guys. I know that didn't feel good if you had headphones in. It's a show about, no day but today, living in the moment, seeing the stillness and the joy and the beauty in life, and in the most simplest of forms, and working on a title. Got music, got uniforms, got flags, got floor, got all that stuff figured out. Just have to sort of edit the music to what we want it to be, a little more specifically, and a title, and I guess design t-shirts, which is one of my favorite things to do anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot of work, but hopefully some of the pressure taken off by pairing with a high school, as their program is going to be able to hold some of that weight for us. Just happy to see my kids again. Two of them I haven't seen since April, and one since last year maybe, so they went without a fall season, and I wanted to give them something that after this past season was so emotional, something that was real, Real in the way that it was challenging, not real in the way that we did something that was fake before. This was originally music that I had picked out and wanted to develop into a marching band show, so I feel like I'm giving them the better version because I get to use the music that I want instead of having to craft something up. And it's just them, so there's just a bigger element of design and intrigue that I think we can do. So, yeah, the show is one day that you're allowed, that you know in your life. You know at the very beginning that it's going to come to an end, and you'll never have a day like it again. And it's a day where you are forced to slow down and see everything that is beautiful that you never see on an ordinary day. And for somebody who sits where I sit, it's hard not to get emotional about the idea of that. It's hard not to connect to it, and so I hope that my connection to it will help my kids to be able to find theirs. It's a lesson that I learned early, and I feel fortunate that I learned it early, because once I got sick, I didn't have to learn it. I didn't have to look back with regret and say, well, I wasn't there, I wasn't in the moment. There are moments when I was sick where the illness took that away from me, but not so much anymore. I'm really thankful for what I have. And that's all the time. It's not Thanksgiving. Tonight I just did a random quote fest. I have a huge document, it's like 75 pages long, full of quotes, and a lot of times I feel like my words aren't adequate enough, and I love words, and I love how other people put words together, and why, and who they are, and where they come from, and why they say what they say, just how they say it, and just kind of go around and scroll through all the quotes, and they're just people that I think of, or have been thinking of, or I want to let them know I've been thinking of them, and I just drop them a quote on Facebook, and it's something I've been doing for a while. It's something I started in the summer with my friends from Rocky, and it's something that I try to do out of the blue. It's not something I try to do because they've said something to me or whatever, but yeah, so I've been making a lot of private videos and working on, things for friends, and videos that, will be important at a later time, or just trying to keep a journal of my thoughts and not always wanting to make them public. Not to keep anything from you guys. It's not anything like that. So, but I just didn't want you guys to think I had disappeared. Getting some kind of crud, and my lungs are definitely really, really hurting, but I'm on double doses of Doxy and prednisone, and I'll end up doing 7 weeks. No, hang on. 5 weeks straight on antibiotics, which is the longest I've ever gone. 2 on IV and 3 on lots of orals. Doing fluids. Nurse comes tomorrow to change the dressing on the chest. It's not staying very well, which is frustrating. Yeah, so, that's going on. I'm trying to get back into some arts. I'm trying to get back into the things that make me happy, so that as I keep looking for a job, I'm not feeling so discouraged. And not letting winter get to me too much. I think I'm staving off pretty well at the moment, but it's remained to be seen, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just sore. I had a photo shoot today and had to do a lot of directing. Tomorrow I have another rehearsal. Then we have a week off, and then the season starts, and we're off until April. So, if death is like pee and you can hold it, I hope I can hold it. At least until April to get these kids through their season. I don't think they need me to die in the middle of their season to make them suddenly get that life is worth living in the moment. I know Suzanne asked, and yeah, there is a time on it, but I don't really pay attention. I think we've already passed a mark anyway, and they're always wrong. Estimates. I've had many friends who've had many estimates of how long they were going to live, and they're still alive, so I'm not going to go out without scars and battle wounds and kicking and screaming and dancing and singing and acting like a complete idiot. So, if that's the beginning of what this is, so be it. And if that's just how I am, there's a method to my madness. Yeah. I don't want to pick too many people out specifically because I feel like I've talked to almost everybody through YouTube or Facebook or something, but I just want to say thank you to you guys that watch, who've been around for a long time, who've been around a little bit, who just subscribed to my channel, Samantha Sawyer. Yeah. I love you. And I miss you guys. Anyway. Speaking of old kids, that would be the old kid that was one of the first ones I taught, who's now in Seattle. Near Heather, you guys should hook up and be friends forever because you would love each other. Because if you love me, then obviously you would love each other. I am still sending out lots of... Every day I try to do my best to meditate and send out just good energy to you guys and anything I can do to help, because I know that it means a lot when you guys say you're thinking about me or just anything. I don't know where I would be without this community of people, and I don't know how I would have survived those dark, dark, dark years. And it's dark in here right now, but the year's not dark. And I'm not broken. I think the innermost part of me is entirely free of disease. And if that's a delusion of grandeur, then I'll blame it on Harper and wee fistfuls of Valium. Which maybe in reference only Michael will get if he's still watching at this point. Because most people don't watch Angels in America, though I suggest it. I will be wearing polar bear boxers tomorrow. For those of you who know about the game, you just lost. For those of you who want to know about the game, you should ask me. You can play along. It's really hard. I'm really off topic and really all over the place because I am super tired. And also, Brain is not super tired. Brain is in design mode and wants to get things done and wants to make this art happen for these amazing kids. And it's only a matter of time before they all take another chunk of my heart. Every one of them does, and I'm okay with it. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to call this one, but 500, maybe there'll be 500 more. I don't know. But I've been here a long time, and I hope to be here for longer, so you guys keep up. Whatever it is you're keeping up, your head up. Your heart, your belief, your hope, your faith, whatever it is. I hope that you have things to be thankful for. I hope that you're surrounded by people who are supportive and loving and I wish you all the joy and happiness in the world. Because you deserve it. You all do. So, to 6 years, take care and be well, guys.